I wanted to first begin by congratulating you and commending you and your government on the remarkable economic turnaround that Sri Lanka has achieved in recent years, in particular with the macroeconomic stabilization. It's quite notable that growth in Sri Lanka came out at 5.1% in the first quarter of 2026 on the back of 2 consecutive years of hitting 5% growth. So the economic recovery has been strong. We also note that tax revenues have doubled to over 15% in 2026, the highest level in more than 2 decades. In many IMF programs, increasing the tax to GDP revenue is one of the most difficult and elusive tasks, and it's quite commendable that Sri Lanka has achieved that. In addition, inflation has been within target since mid-2023. I think this is very welcome. All signs of macroeconomic stabilizations. Our view is also that these achievements reflect your strong leadership and steadfast commitment to economic reforms. Coming to the present moment, the global economy is in a very challenging environment with the Middle East war and the uncertainty that has brought, following up on the very devastating cyclone that you faced. So it's a time of repeated shocks. Against this background, your government's measured response to the energy price crisis was appropriate, and I think it demonstrated adherence to good economic policies, using your very hard-earned buffers prudently and cautiously. These are very welcome developments, and I think given that the global environment is one where we are facing one shock after the other, it's important to stay the course and sustain the economic reform momentum to strengthen buffers and resilience of the economy.
Let me start out by thanking you and your staff for the very good engagement and productive discussions we had this week. So my team and I are here for our staff visit to take stock of recent economic developments and the implementation of your extended fund facility program with the IMF. After completing the combined 5th and 6th review of the EFF late last month, this program has 2 reviews left. We will come back in September for our 7th review, and we will also have the opportunity to do an Article 4 consultation at the same time. An Article 4 consultation, or the work behind the Article 4 consultation, will allow us to take a deeper look into the structural issues of the economy. And we will present to you some analytical work on how to unlock stronger growth, attract foreign investment, and strengthen social safety nets, among other topics. We will also provide recommendations for the review of the central bank inflation target framework, which we have started discussing with the governor. So the priorities for the month ahead are many, and I know we have discussed many of these already, Mr. President, but I want to highlight a few, which I think they're close and dear to your heart. Obviously, we're very pleased to see some good signs of stabilization in recent weeks following the Middle East war. The decline in global commodity prices and easier financial conditions overall around the world have certainly helped. The external environment is being a little bit less difficult, if you will. The rupee now is less volatile. The central bank is rebuilding its reserves, and there are good indications that growth is continuing uninterrupted in the domestic economy. The support you provided in early April with the 100 billion rupee relief package was measured and was timely and helped cushion some of the blows from the external shocks. Mr. President, with respect to the EFF, I want to say at the previous board meeting of the IMF, we had characterized program performance as generally strong, giving acknowledgement to the significant achievements that you have accomplished.